Right now, inside an Amazon warehouse near you, a handheld scanner is logging your body's every movement and OSHA can't stop it. The scanner clocks how long you're not scanning. It's called time off task. Every bathroom break, every stretch, every second you slow down gets logged, timestamped, scored. OSHA investigated. OSHA cited Amazon. 6 warehouses, 6 states, ergonomic hazard violations on the record. And the system that caused the injuries is still running, still scoring, still deciding who gets a warning and who gets walked out the door. This is the audit trail Amazon doesn't want you to see, and the loophole that means no agency can touch it. Officially, the scanner is a logistics tool. Amazon says it exists to route packages, confirm inventory, keep the supply chain honest. Every associate carries one. Every scan builds a rate, units per hour, expected and enforced. The company frames this as basic warehouse management, no different from a clock-in system. Regulators accepted that framing for years. It sounded neutral, efficient, the kind of thing every large employer does in some form. But underneath the routing function sits a second system, one that doesn't move packages at all. It moves people. And it was built to run without a human ever signing off on the outcome. Here's what the scanner actually does. It measures time off task down to the minute and feeds that number into an algorithm that generates disciplinary write-ups automatically. No supervisor has to witness the slowdown. No manager has to make the call. The software issues the warning, and after enough warnings, the software recommends termination. Internal documents obtained by labor reporters confirmed it. Workers have been fired by a system, with a human-only rubber-stamping paperwork the algorithm already wrote. The injury data lines up with the PACE data. Faster rates, more musculoskeletal injuries, more warehouses flagged by OSHA for ergonomic hazards. The company knew the correlation. The scanner kept running. OSHA moved in 2023. Citations landed in New York, Colorado, Illinois, Idaho, Florida, California, ergonomic hazards. Workers pushed past safe physical limits to hit rates the scanner enforced. Amazon appealed nearly every one. The fines were framed as the cost of doing business, a rounding error against quarterly logistics revenue. And here's the part nobody reported clearly. OSHA never actually ordered the tracking system itself to be shut down. It couldn't. The citations addressed the injuries. They never touched the software producing them. The agency and the algorithm were never even in the same legal argument. That's the mechanism. OSHA's authority covers physical workplace hazards, unsafe equipment, unsafe conditions, unsafe rates of exertion. It does not cover electronic performance monitoring. Algorithmic management sits in a regulatory blind spot nobody built a law for. No federal statute requires disclosure of how the rate is calculated, what data feeds the termination score, or how fast is too fast before the software decides you're a liability. OSHA can cite the injury. It cannot touch the code that manufactures the injury, because the code was never classified as a hazard. It was classified as a business record. Proprietary. Untouchable. A handful of states have passed Warehouse Worker Protection Acts requiring rate disclosure on request. Amazon complies with the letter of those laws and nothing more. A printed number, no methodology, no audit trail a worker can actually verify. The scanner keeps logging. The algorithm keeps scoring. And it's still running in every one of the more than 1,000 fulfillment centers across the country, right now, while you read this. If you've ever had a package arrive 2 days early, that speed came from a worker whose every motion was being timed by a device that also decides whether they keep their job. The same scanner that got your order to your door faster measured time off task against a rate the company sets and can raise whenever it wants. No ceiling, no external audit, no third party checking whether the number is even survivable long-term. The injury citations prove the human cost is documented, not disputed, documented on federal record, warehouse by warehouse. And still, nothing in that record forces the tracking itself to stop, slow down, or even become visible to the person being tracked in real time. So the system that OSHA formally identified as connected to injury after injury is still logging every worker in every warehouse today, and the agency built to protect them has no legal path to the software itself, only to the wreckage it leaves behind. Amazon holds the only complete copy of that rate algorithm, the only full record of how close to the edge it's willing to push a human body before the score turns into a write-up. Who decided that number was acceptable, and why has no regulator ever been allowed to see how it's calculated?